everyone, my name is Yvonne Z. How are you coping during this very stressful circuit breaker period? Staying safe and healthy, I hope. I hope my sharing today can bring all of us some comfort and some support by raising our energy levels. My topic of sharing today is running our meridians with essential oils. So I have two parts to my sharing. Part one would be some background information, some theory, like what is Qi, what is meridian, what is a meridian cycle, what are the meridians that run through our body, tracing a meridian massage, and what essential oils to use during this meridian massage. And part two, we have to get off our butts because we are going to learn to do the meridian massage together. And when we do it together, it'll be called a meridian dance. What is Qi? Have you gone to a TCM practitioner before and he or she told you that your Qi is very Shi? That you always appear very weak and listless? Well, Qi is the energy or life force of every living thing. It's an intangible energy. It regulates our physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional balance and well-being. What about a meridian? Meridians are actually acupressure vessels that run throughout our body. They provide wellness and vitality to our muscles, organs, and nerves, etc. They are pathways of positive and negative energy, the yin and the yang. It carries out communications between the various parts of our body, right? And just imagine, okay, I'll give you an example. If you have a river, the water is the Qi and the riverbed is the meridian. So let's say a beavers build a dam in the river. The water will be blocked, right? So the ecosystem is interrupted because creatures, plants will die. But imagine if there's heavy rain and there's heavy flooding, the ecosystem will also be interrupted because creatures, plants will also die when this ecosystem is interrupted. So whenever there is an over or under, that is an imbalance. But what can cause an imbalance of Qi? So many things, I'm sure you know some. Let's say from the food point of view, nutrition deficiencies, cold foods, gluten, sugar, which I'm a big culprit of, prescribed drugs, okay, but there's also other things like nightshades, chemicals in the products we use, radiation, now all of us are on handphones or laptops, radiation, body alignment, our posture, as well lack of sleep, and bad thoughts. Oh yeah, negative people too. So we try and avoid negative people, okay? Now, but how does this Qi run in the meridian? Means how does the river flow in the water? How does the water flow in the riverbed? This running in the meridian is called a meridian cycle. It is a continuous, unbroken pathway. It goes from one meridian to another meridian. Energy flows in one direction, okay? And throughout the whole course of the day and night, it's a 24-hour cycle. Each meridian will reach a peak of energy, one after another, in this order, okay? And blockages in this flow will often result in diseases and health problems if they're not dealt with and removed. Please remember that my sharing today is really the tip of the iceberg, okay? Because of the short time, remember there's so much research and there's so much details on this topic alone. Alright, now what are the meridians in our human body? Can you see the board over there? There are 14 meridians there. So there are I always like to say it as 12 plus 2 meridians. We have 10 organ meridians. Of course, these would be named after life function that they are associated with. There are 10 on the board. We have 2 function meridians. One is the circulation sacs, or pericardium it's called, and the triple warmer. Sacs is involved in the overall circulation of bodily fluids, and triple warmer with temperature regulation, immune response, and metabolism. So they're associated with the function. Okay, out of these 12, you notice there is a corresponding yin and yang, which corresponds with the organ or function. So what are the last two meridians? Those are the midline meridians, central and governing. These do not fluctuate like the 12 other meridians. Okay, they're midline. Central controls the nervous system. They're like the storage bodies, batteries of our bodies. Okay, and the governing, it deals with energies leaving in and out of our bodies. They do not fluctuate with the body's 24-hour cycle. And so we know what our meridians are. So how do we trace a meridian? It's a form of energy healing that we can do ourselves. We use our fingertips. Okay, we start at one meridian point. We follow the meridian through in a fluent motion, okay, to the end point. You will realize later when I teach you the actual running, there's some points that we cannot reach. But not to worry, because as long as we visualize the intention, we just carry on to reach the end point. That is just as good. So now, and if we can trace all our meridians in the 24-hour cycle, that is called a meridian massage. Later we'll do it together, okay? Especially in part 2. But remember, what goes down must come up. What goes out must come in. So there are 4 meridians in each set, and there'll be 3 sets, so there'll be 12 meridians. Remember, the midline and the central do not, the midline governing and central do not move with the 24-hour cycle. So last bit, for this meridian massage, we will always go from the face to the feet to the torso, from the torso to the fingertips, and from the fingertips to the face. That's correspondingly a yang, yin, yang energy. Okay, so when we do it together later, it's the meridian dance. Why do we use essential oils when running the meridians? What are essential oils? Perhaps many of you already know essential oils are the volatile, lipid-soluble portion of a plant. The lifeblood of the plant, the essence of the plant, is produced by steam distillation. All the plant's healing nutrients and oxygenating molecules, that is the essential oil part of the plant, the lifeblood of the plant. You know, you see how the plants can withstand, right, on the street. It can withstand heavy rains, strong winds, hot sun. This is the essence that protects the plant from all the harsh environment. People usually use frequency to measure essential oils. Frequency is the measurable rate of electrical flow that is constant between 2 points. For example, essential oils have a frequency of 52 megahertz to 320 megahertz, which is the rose essential oil, and they are the highest known vibrational frequency known to men. Our healthy human body would range from 62 to 78 megahertz. So you can see how essential oils can enter the cells of a human body to increase their vibratory rate. But I would like to use a different comparison today. I would like to compare using the chemical structure of an essential oil to that of a human body. Essential oil has a similar chemical structure to our cells and tissues. Essential oils are made up of oxygen, carbon, and hydrogen. Likewise, our bodies and plants as well. Just to give you an idea, our bodies are made up of oxygen, 76 proportion-wise, 76 oxygen, 16 carbon, 1 hydrogen, and 3 nitrogen. Plants are made up of 88 oxygen, 3 carbon, and 1 hydrogen, and 3 nitrogen. And remember, essential oils are the essence of the plants, right? So essential oils are readily identified and accepted by the body, and it can penetrate cell membranes and diffuse throughout the blood and tissues. And also basing on this chemistry terminologies, we also get different chemical families. And I just want to touch on 3 very briefly. the family is known as PMS, not that kind of PMS, okay? P as in phenols, M monoterpenes, S sesquiterpenes. Phenols clear receptor sites. Monoterpenes restore correct information into the cellular memory, and sesquiterpenes delete old information from the cellular memory. So, what oils do we have under PMS? Phenols, we have the wintergreen, basil, clove, oregano, monoterpenes, grapefruit, orange, tangerine, balsam fir, frankincense, and that's one of my favorites. Sesquiterpenes, we have cedarwood, sandalwood, myrrh, vetiver. So this all just shows, right, with the whether by frequency or by the chemical structure, essential oils, how good essential oils can be when we use it to run our meridians. But remember, quality of the oils is very important, okay? I've reached the part 1 of my sharing today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope it was not too dry a topic, but more importantly that it will be of use to you and that it can help lift up some energy levels, especially during the stay-home period. But please do join me for my part 2 where we actually do the running of the meridians and the meridian massage. And remember, when we do it together, it will be a meridian dance. Thank you. Please take good care. See you later.